I get to be part of y'all family today. But we got to put him in the back. Too much family. We got to get a coach in there. A coach don't want to get in it too?
No, it's officially Takir Burgess Day. Whatever you got, it is what it is.
All right, here we go, y'all. Everybody eyes right here. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Right here. 1, 2. Perfect.
Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah. Good job. Peter enough as a young man. Y'all welcome to stay. Thank you. Y'all welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, or if y'all want to slip out, I don't blame you. Item number 6 is approval of financial information for January 2023. Got a motion and second to approve financials for 2023 for January. Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor? Item number 7 is approval of minutes from previous meetings. A motion and second to approve the minutes from previous meetings. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? Item number 8 is any public comments concerning agenda items. All right. Now, we need to go into a public hearing to discuss a zoning. So, motion to go into a public hearing. Motion second to go into a public hearing. So, consider, all in favor? All right. Consider ourselves in a public hearing now. The public hearing is open. The state that, I love that, Turner County, I'm just gonna read it now. State that the Turner County written public hearing procedure standards for exercising zoning powers and a copy of the Georgia Constitution law. If y'all wanna look at the zoning or the public zoning. Why don't you throw something at me when I ain't read it yet? Hey, let me go back to my paper. Let me go back to my paper.
I'll be glad to help you out with it.
Hit me out with that one.
Yeah, what our ordinance says is we need to make sure we make available to the public at the hearing, the standards for exercising zoning powers, a copy of the Georgia Conflicts of Interest laws, and, a copy of the public hearing procedures. And Ms. Latrice has got them all right there. If any member of the public is interested in, you got about 12 hours to kill, you're welcome to read all these laws that concern the public here.
Does anyone have a conflict of interest about the zoning? What we're referring to is the zoning on application number 2301, which is the one, I believe, Mike, do you wanna hand it out or tell us about it?
I'll hand them out first. Then we spoke about this at the work session. This gives you the synopsis, what we're doing, and it also has a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. On the last page is a copy of the text of our ordinance, where this is part of our ordinance that it's the procedure that we're trying to do. And it's called Rural Farm Homestead, and it's to take the original house out of an established farm for older people to live in the house and distribute the land to their children, or sell the land, or keep the land and sell the house, whatever the case may be. And you can go down to as small as what the state minimum standards are, is 1 acre, it's for well and septic. In this particular case, the lot happened to be 1.07. And that was the house, a dedicated yard, the well, the septic, and it separates where the farm road went to the farm field in the back. The applicant is also the grandson of the house, that he's gonna end up getting the house. His daddy lives in the house right now, and another family member is buying the farm. Which we're all, everybody's related to everybody, but
All right, and this time we're gonna hear comments in favor of the Turner County zoning application 2301. You wanna say you in favor of it or anything? Does anybody else want to speak in favor? Does anybody want to, y'all hear comments not in favor of the zoning application 2301?
I would do add one thing, sorry, a couple of things. The signs have been posted on there for over a month. According to state law, I'm notified the property owners that touch that property on all four sides, which two sides are family members. One side is John Holland and his family, and one side is, Ms. McLeod across the road. I had no verbal contact, and nobody came to my office, explained about anything. And, it's been pretty quiet. Like I said, it's all family land, and it's going to family.
When you said it meant the frontage rules too, right, the 210 square feet.
It meets the road frontage on both roads. It meets all the requirements except the lot size, which is what this procedure does.
All right, well, we will,
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a
Whoa,
motion.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, can't make a motion.
hold on. Anything else our lawyer needs to say before we go out of the?
No, sir, as long as none of the commissioners have a conflict of interest with this matter, as long as you don't have an ownership interest in the real estate or have an interest in a company or corporation that has an interest in it, if nobody has a conflict of interest, y'all proceed.
Let's get a motion to go out of public hearing back into regular session. Have a motion and a second then. Go out of public hearing back into regular session. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? All right, now, Mr. Nick, item number 1 is consider approving Turner County zoning application 2301 for Jamie Williams listed as a special exception in an agricultural use zoning district to cut out a house on a family farm on an undersized lot with existing yard, well, and septic tank.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the zoning.
We have a motion and a second to approve the zoning application 2301. Is there any other discussion? If not, all in favor? All no votes. All right, that is done. Item number 2 is consider approving a beer license for Ashburn Golf and RV LLC located on 3812 Georgia Highway 112 West, Ashburn, Georgia. Like the sheriff spoke last week, didn't have any issues, nothing new to add. Mr. Mike, you got anything to add about that?
Yes, I was asked to do a construction report to see if everything was up to code on the property that in question. And at this time, they're working on it, so it's not up to code. And
We're talking about the golf
Ashburn
course.
Golf and RV.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the other one.
You stepped up to the podium, that's why I thought you did.
I'm used to being up there for a long time.
All right. Mr. Joe, give a motion to approve the beer license for Ashburn Golf and RV.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the beer license for Ashburn Golf and RV LLC located at 3812 Georgia 112 West. Is any, got any discussion? If not, all in favor of the beer license? All opposed? All right, item number 3 is consider approving license for beer, wine, and distilled spirits for Hughes Industries located at 1390 US Highway 41 South, Ashburn, Georgia. That's across from the Stark Yards, used to be the recycling plant, what I know. Mr. Mike.
Sorry for interrupting last time, now it's my turn. I did do a condition report and found that, they're gonna remodel the building completely, putting a new roof on it at this time. And I spoke with the owners, and it said it's gonna take 45 to 60 days to completely remodel it and do what they gotta do. And they still have to apply to the state, from what I understand. So this hearing will let them apply to the state if you so approve it. If not, then you'll have to table it and I'll have to come back, because you're gonna invest a lot of money meantime. I mean, you can do whatever you like, but it'll be a while before you can actually issue a license.
So we could approve the license tonight, and then you hold the license, don't give them the.
You all hold the license. I don't
We
ever
hold the license, I
No,
mean.
we gotta go for.
You just use it on issue.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, by the time they get to the mall, they get there, they'll be just right, so. Hopefully, we, approve the license.
Second.
All right, we have a motion.
I got something to that motion. I think this, what we got on there by how many square foot of building should be, I don't think that should be on. I see the liquor store, trailers and everything, you know, full of 1,200 square feet. I think we need to take that out of this code again.
But it exceeds the ordinance right
Yeah,
now.
I'm just saying, I think we need to take that out of code. I vote for it.
And to not actually issue, but hold the license till they get through with all
Yeah,
of
we
it.
ain't gotta hold it, issue till they get through.
As far as I know, you're just approving the application until everything else.
Get everything
By the time the state get there, it'll be,
So we're approving the I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
You're good.
So we're approving the application with the understanding that they actually won't get the actual license until they went through the process with the state and the remodeling is done. So everything will kind of work in tandem with each
Correct.
other.
Yeah.
By moving forward, it won't slow the process down. All right, we got a motion and a second to approve the beer, wine, and distilled spirits license for Hughes Industries located at 1390 US Highway 41 South, Ashford, Georgia. Is there any other discussion? Not all in favor? Got that. Consider revising purchasing policy for Turner County to increase spending limit for all department heads from 500 to 2,500 before county manager approval.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to amend the motion that we do decrease the spending limit to 2,500 to all the departments except the road department and move it to 5,000. Simply because anything, he purchases very few things that are less than $2,500.
the second.
All right, is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
so the current policy that we have states that 1,000 to 5,000 require quotes from at least 3 reputable vendors, and requires prior approval to the county manager. So, how would this paragraph be adjusted? Because the next one starts at 5,000. So would we make it?
4,500, could we go with 4,500?
$49.99.
Well, I'm just trying to understand, because then this paragraph is no longer relevant. So I'm just trying to make sure we don't have a policy that we can't actually implement. I have no opposition to the 5,000 for public works. I just want to make sure we have a policy that works.
If we go under 5,000, I get a little.
So now,
I was hoping we was a little bit less. Oh, no, I get the high, I don't wanna, I'm just trying to avoid a second. I get it.
So I'm not trying to be difficult. I just want to make sure our policy makes sense.
We may have to address that at another.
Yeah, I have no objection to the 5,000. We just need to make sure our policy.
Well, Miss Winters is gonna object to it, but other than that.
I-
We got a motion and a second to approve the, changing from $500 to $49.99. Is there any other?
For public works.
For public work, everybody else is 2,500.
Right.
The public works is $49.99.
Don't forget the 99.
Yes, I got it. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor? Alright, item number 5 is consider approving executive session minutes for the following dates: Tuesday, February 7th, 2023, and Tuesday, March 7th, 2023.
The
We have
the
a-
remaining, read the rest of the second.
Sorry.
4 of them.
Wednesday, March 7th, 2023, and Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. Get a motion for all of those? All right, we have a motion and a second to approve executive session minutes for the 4 dates. Is there any other discussion? Not all in favor? Item number 6 is, Ms. Riss, We have one leave the library board, moved to another community to work, and they're gonna leave an opening, so I think Brad Christian is taking her place here, so he is willing to serve on the library board. And we'll add him, take her off and add Brad Christian.
Second.
I have a motion and second to add Brad Christian to the library board. Is there any discussion? Not all in favor? County manager comments.
Yes, sir, thank you, Chairman. I only have 3 updates for me. One is on our financial software system admins. We're currently ending, phase 1 of the transition. We've had some financial documents transferred, payroll, AP, and, we're implementing the employee portal. We're getting ready to go into phase 2, and what the plans are to have, the department heads have access to the system. I'm not sure of what the timeline is. We have a call meeting, scheduled for, I think, Thursday morning, and I'll get some more information from the rep. I know, our, county clerk has said that they're gonna assign us a customer success manager, so I'm excited to see what that person will do for us to make sure that we're successful. The second thing I have an update on is our property reevaluation process. I have not had a chance to speak to Ms. Hammer in detail about it, but I've got some information, and it looks like, they're scheduled to implement this process the end of this year, but we won't expect to see any, type of revenue or anything from it until, calendar year 2024. And lastly, I'm just asking for your prayers and thoughts and that of the community for, Miss Carolyn Douglas' family. As you all know, she passed away on, Sunday afternoon at, evening services. Her family is holding up well, but they're asking for your prayers and also pray for the clerk's office for the dedication of prayer Lord. Ms. Douglas's services will be on Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Poland Cemetery in Poland. And that's all I have.
Make sure we get some flowers. Seems y'all hadn't already.
Is there a card or anything going around that you can sign?
Not yet, Val.
Thank you.
Yeah, I used a portal a week or so ago and it worked great, but now it locked up on me. Yeah, now I can't log back in. Yeah. It may be me.
I used it today. Or yesterday.
Public comments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
I do.
Yes.
From my understanding, we have to actually have the local license before we can carry on for the federal, to apply for the federal. So I'm thinking maybe what you decided might still hold us if we don't have the actual license. I mean, I can look into it for more, but that's my understanding.
That's what, you know any different? 'Cause we didn't wanna slow it down. We was trying to get it. Yeah, I think we're not wanting to slow it
I
down.
mean, I just looked again while, in the meantime, and I couldn't find it on their actual website, so we Googled it, of course. And, yeah, it's the reading is, and I will read it so that you see what they are saying. Once you have received your local license, you will be required to obtain a state license. So I'm thinking we will have to have the actual license before carrying on.
Is there any way of holding the, like occupancy, or, we just don't want you to take a shortcut?
Oh, I totally understand that, and I mean, like you said, just last week, y'all were saying things were gonna be able to move forward.
Yeah.
We've already started work on the building and the land, so, I mean, we can see improvement if you.
Oh, yeah, we believe you're
You know,
doing it,
so-
we just,
Yeah, and I totally understand you wanting to, inspect it first, so, if you could give us the license and, so that we can actually carry it on, and then, I don't know if there's something to where you come back in.
Mr.
and-
Chair, I don't have any objections to issuing the license as long as before the doors are open, Mr. Mike can look at the building and make sure it's good to go and safe and
And I
say,
understand
I
that.
don't have,
are you good with
I
that,
don't
sir?
have any problem.
you see any issues?
I don't, they're gonna have a license and permission to sell, but they also have to meet all the standards for the building. They gotta meet that whether they have a license or not, they still gotta meet all that. And so the way I see it now is you've got a license to sell. You gotta jump that last hurdle and get the building.
Oh, yes, totally, yes.
I don't have any problem.
Of course, we know with the state, I mean, it's an entire another process.
Yes,
all of
and
itself,
and we
so-
know that, and we know that's gonna take more, and that's why we didn't wanna slow you down.
That's right.
Yeah, so whatever we gotta do, I think we're all in agreement to giving the license. That's what I'm,
I don't hold nothing, I told you that.
well, every who does the license part.
So do we go see Ms. Latrice tomorrow? Thank you.
The tree's not
So
much.
show it with the check, show it with the check.
We'll be there.
Right, yeah,
Thank y'all.
thank you.
Everything we can do for a building, you turn it down.
Any other public comment?
Anything we can get.
Got anything, Andrew, you need to say? Mike?
Just for the record, I inspected the golf course too.
It was all good, I hope, after you done approved it. All right, motion to adjourn. You're adjourned.
Department of Natural Resources came and got that gator this past weekend.
So he was out there.